Xbox might actually be in the mud. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, oh, you're being a bit over the top with saying that, but I don't think I am. If you don't know, the news has just came out that Xbox, or Microsoft, you could say, plan on releasing the likes of Starfield and the Gears of War series on PlayStation. Now, maybe there's a few of you out there who believe this is a good idea, games should be on every platform, but let me tell you why it isn't. If you have all these Xbox exclusives on PlayStation and they're already on PC as well, then what is the point of having an Xbox? What is the point in owning an Xbox if there's no selling point to it? What's the selling point? Backwards compatibility? Okay, maybe fair enough, even though you can just go and buy an old gen console for much cheaper and play those games you want to play on the Xbox Series X or whatever. You can just play them on the original. You can play them on the original console. Why would you splash out all the money on an Xbox Series X when you can just do that? Much cheaper. You play the original version of it. I don't know why Xbox is planning on doing this. It doesn't make sense to me. You do this, and there's no reason at all to get an Xbox. You want to play the best version of it? PC. If you don't have a PC, PlayStation. Because guess what else you get on PlayStation? The PlayStation exclusives. Like God of War. Like Uncharted. Like The Last of Us. Ghost of Tsushima. Spider-Man. All these different sorts of exclusives you can play on the PS5. And if all these Xbox exclusives come over to the PlayStation, you can also play them on PlayStation there. You won't have to have an Xbox and a PlayStation. Why would you need one? There's no reason to have one. It's just baffling to me. I really don't understand this. Apparently, it's meant to be a part of a new strategy. I don't know what that strategy is. Maybe the strategy is to absolutely kill off the Xbox. That seems like the strategy to me, and a very daft strategy indeed. But I just really can't wrap my head around this one. I can't understand why Xbox, or Microsoft, would want to do this. They're planning on bringing out the new Indiana Jones game out shortly after it releases on the Xbox and PC or whatever. It'll shortly come out on PlayStation 5 apparently, and a game called The Great Circle, a game I'm not really familiar with, I'm not exactly going to lie to you. But there may be another selling point is Game Pass. It felt like for ages Xbox was down in the gutter. When Xbox 360's day was like peak Xbox. Everyone had an Xbox 360 apart from myself because I'm a Sony fanboy. But regardless, I do regret not having a 360. But when you're 9 years old, who's going to pay for that 360? Not me. I didn't have a job, But regardless, I'm gutted I missed out on the 360 days. Xbox One came out, the PS4 comes out, obviously I stick with the PS4, and I noticed a lot of my friends made the jump from Xbox to PlayStation. Xbox had no exclusives, we didn't really focus on gaming when the Xbox One dropped. It was like, oh, you can do everything with this console, when no one wanted to do that. They're like showing people using Skype, no one cared. And it just ended up spiralling into the whole Xbox One just being a really dark period for Xbox or Microsoft, whatever. Wasn't working for them. So then they start making good changes with backwards compatibility, something that PlayStation struggle with to this day. You can really only stream when it comes to backwards compatibility. I wanted to play the infamous 1 and 2 the other day. Have to stream it. I don't plan on doing that. Streaming's not good for backwards compatible games. Simply because if you do have shit internet, well then you can't, there's no point. You're screwed. There's literally no point. Whereas backwards compatibility, the way Xbox does it, completely fine. You don't need good internet. That's the best way to do it. Unfortunately, PlayStation haven't cracked down on it yet, which is a shame considering the catalogue that they have on the PS1, 2 and 3. But regardless, maybe that's the selling point for Xbox. I don't know. The Game Pass, they pulled it back with the Game Pass. Game Pass is amazing, You can get day one, games that come out, just came out. You can get it day one if you just pay this short fee, or small fee, should I say. I don't know the exact pricing. You can pay it monthly, and it's great. Again, I don't own Xbox. I can't really speak too much into it, but a great idea, and it's worked really well for them. But why? What's the point now? now that I can play those exclusives on PlayStation. Unless you're really craving to play these new releases like Day Dot, what is the point in having an Xbox? You know, if you're on PC, it's different as well. Because PlayStation like to port their games to PC maybe 2 or 3 years after they've came out. You know, like Horizon Zero Dawn, Spider-Man, The Last of Us. I'm pretty sure Days Gone. You know, I think there might be a couple more games I'm missing out here. But, you know, they came a few years after, so it's a bit different. Whereas with Xbox, it goes straight to PC, and then shortly after, it's going to be going straight onto PlayStation, and it's just absolutely silly. Xbox don't need to do this, and it's really going to backfire. I'm hoping we change the decision to do this. Again, I've never owned an Xbox, but I just don't think this is good in general for gaming. You need competition. If there's no competition, then everything drops in quality, in my opinion. NBA used to be so good when you had the EA basketball game. I can't remember what they called it. NBA Live, maybe. I'm pretty sure. You know, and then that kind of just died off. 2K, no, they don't have any competition. Now they just pump out the same shit every year. FIFA, oh my god, used to be competing with PES. PES fell off. So's FIFA. FIFA has no one to compete with. They know that, you know. Someone goes, oh, I'm not going to play FIFA anymore. But as a massive football fan, where else are they going to go? They have nowhere else to go. So they're going to come back to FIFA if they really want to play a football game, which is often the case. How many times has someone said they don't want to play FIFA anymore, or they're not getting this year's FIFA, and then they end up getting it anyway? It works the exact same when it comes to consoles, anything in life, you know. If one dips, the other dips in quality because they have no competition. You need competition for quality to stay at that level. And we won't get that anymore if it comes to Xbox and PlayStation. I thought Xbox was starting to do a really good job, but if we do this, I feel like they've just thrown it all away. All the potential they had to pull off this great comeback will just be chucked in the bin, you know? It'll be a massive waste, and it's just disappointing, to be honest with you. I don't want to see this. I'm a PlayStation fanboy. Well, not a fanboy. Alright, let's calm down. I'm not a fanboy. But I've always been with PlayStation. But again, I don't want to see Xbox go to shit. It's just... I just don't want to see that. It doesn't make sense. And it's not good for gaming, in my opinion. But that's just my whole 2 pence on the situation. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this whole thing about Microsoft giving over their Xbox exclusives to PlayStation. Are you for it? Are you against it like I am? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.